What's going on, everybody? It's the One Shot Killers podcast. I am your host, the hardcore icon, Brent Scott, with your co-host, the King of Bongshot, JoJo Valvano. Sir, how you doing?
I'm doing great, good brother. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good, pretty good. And Mr. K9 said, "What? KO's back? What?
So
Oh,
happy.
he's done. Oh, Roman Reigns. What?" And then Carson said, "Hello, hey, Carson.
What's up? What's up, everyone?
Great to see y'all in the comments. How's everybody doing?"
I'm doing pretty
I'm
good.
good,
How are
bro.
you
How are
doing,
you
good
doing, buddy?
brother? I'm doing good. How
That's
are you?
good, buddy. I'm glad. I'm doing good. I just got off work, and then I've been watching wrestling. The Wi-Fi kind of
Wallet,
took a shit, so I had to connect to my hotspot. How about you?
wallet, wallet, wallet,
What?
wallet.
What?
Drink your Mountain Dew.
What? He's got
Wallet,
that Mountain Dew. What? A little bit of
wallet,
sweet pea. What? He's got a little bong. What?
wallet,
Little pen. What?
wallet. Gonna get
What?
high. Wallet.
What? Oh, hell yeah. In fact, JoJo, if you're ready to take a hit, give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah, pal. You saw
Hell
my
yeah.
cat? He was sitting in the chair.
Yeah. He's just chilling, bro, behind Mountain Dew. There we go. Look at that little dude. Yeah, there he is. And I'm not dead yet, so I guess good, right? Hey, as long as you're kicking, there's something to be proud of, you know? Um, Shit, bro, here we go. If you're ready, take a big old hit before we get into this show. 3, 2, 1.
Jordan.
What's up, Jordan? And I gotta get my glasses on real quick. Just um, hey family, and Friday Night SmackDown was epic. And AEW was good too. Shows of good grades, and Friday Night SmackDown beat AEW tonight. I love all Friday Night SmackDown matches. The ending was the best. And God bless you all. God bless you, good brother, and I hope you're doing good tonight. And I'm not really sure of what show beats what. I enjoyed those shows personally. For once, I got to see everything, and so that's pretty fucking cool. So for me, because I've not really got to sit down and watch Friday Night SmackDown like full on in a few weeks, it was a breath of fresh air for me. I can't speak for everybody else. So for me watching it, I enjoyed the whole fucking thing, like start to finish. And like just getting into the first part, with Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. You know, honestly, bro, I can't even lie. It was a great segment, but the thing that got me is when Drew McIntyre looks at Sheamus and he goes, "If I'm gonna go to war, there's no one I'd rather go to war with than my brother."
I agree, man. I love that segment, and that part really got me as well. And it shows the real friendship between Drew and Sheamus, and they're going to go to war together. And now they're adding KO.
Oh, absolutely. And whoops. And hey, JoJo and Brandon and Kirsten, what's up, bro? And thank you, Brandon. You too. Anytime, my brother. And hi, Jordan, and hi, Kirsten. Happy Friday. And bro, I'm gonna be real with you. Finding out Kevin Owens, fifth man for War Games, and the Bloodline. And Sammy, I noticed this in the at the end of tonight's show, and I don't mean to go all over the place, but it's just the one thing that really got my attention. So Kevin Owens is in the ring with Roman, but I mean in the ring with Sammy. Sammy will not touch Kevin. And then Kevin turns around. He's about to eat the spear from Roman, but Roman ends up getting stunned. And then well, who pulled out Sammy? I think it was Ridge Holland, right?
Yeah,
But Kevin and Sammy never touched. And I'm like, so what is the scene gonna be, for War Games?
it's going to be something special because are these two guys going to fight, or is this the face turn for Sammy? Does he not hit his best friend? Like, what's going to happen? It's interesting.
Right. And that's just what, even myself, like, I'm just like, oh, fuck. Like, and honestly, when Kevin got injured just about over a month ago now at this point, I wasn't sure if he was making Survivor Series. Even at one point, I didn't think he was making the Rumble.
Me
And
either.
so to see him back tonight, like that is so fucking cool, bro.
That pop for him, bro. When I heard his music, I was waiting for it, and I literally jumped out of my seat and went, yes!
You're like, yeah.
All I hear is
Yeah. I seen that big KO logo, bro, that kind of looks like duct tape, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's about to get real, bro." And hey, JoJo, Brandon. Oh wait, I read that. No, whoops, I kind of got lost on comments here. It's these two last ones, I think. Yep. Uh, what I'm talking about of SmackDown, like good old days. I told you all, WWE always epic during around Survivor Series till WrestleMania. Well, see, it's always wrestling to me is at its best from the Royal Rumble to WrestleMania and the night after. The night after WrestleMania, it kind of dies down a little bit, and then when you have the build up to SummerSlam, it picks back up.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't think during December, I don't think anything big is really going to happen. Like, December, nothing's. January is when it's going to.
And that bothers me a lot because people, which I mean, they could have named TLC just another name, right? And because I think like that December pay per view, it always falls around my birthday, third week of December, and now there's not one this year, and I'm just like, man, it just kind of sucks a little bit for me, but I know that also creates better build up for the Royal Rumble, and ultimately, that's the most important thing, right?
And you also have Fine Battle and NXT, the pay per view on December 10th. That's the last show for both companies until the new year.
And I think it's going to be good, man. I really do. After the NXT's been improving the last few weeks, including the wrestlers on the show. I mean, it's not just like the TV product got better. The wrestlers and the matches have got better since returning to the gold brand, and you can see it. It's like night and day. And
Yeah,
so I'm really excited for that NXT show. And the Bloodline kicked out Sami Zayn, want to be tomorrow night or Friday night SmackDown. I'm glad Kevin Owens came back on fire. So JoJo, you were kind of predicting this as well. I'm gonna let you talk about that. Do you think Sami Zayn gets betrayed by the Bloodline or betrays the Bloodline tomorrow night or I'm sorry, next week at Survivor Series?
I think I think they're gonna lose, and that's what's gonna have them turn. And they're gonna beat him down. I don't think he's gonna leave them. I think they're gonna beat his ass down.
And I would agree with that. And like maybe so what if like comes down to Roman and Kevin, right? Like I really wish they would have done an elimination style because like so let's say the last three people in that ring were Sammy, Roman, Kevin. And now Sammy has to make a decision. And this would also impact tonight's episode where he had to make a decision. And who does he help? And it looks like that he's thinking about helping Kevin. Roman sees it. Roman spears Sammy. And then this would create fucking Kevin Owens trying to jump Roman and then hitting him with the stunner. And then just for good measure, maybe like 2, 3 pop-up power bombs because the way Roman's been dominant, you can't just beat him with one. You're going to have to whoop his ass, really. So you do them back to back to back. And now that Roman's down, the Bloodline has now lost at Survivor Series due to Roman not getting the help from Sami Zayn.
I would really like that, bro. Honestly, I think that's really good. I want to get your thought on something after this comment.
Whoa, y'all are at two. I didn't even notice. Holy shit. 261 subscribers. Now, I just want you to think about JoJo. I want you to think about this, and I say this in all humility. This is not bragful, boastful, or any way because my mind is blown and I am humbled by this. But just 2 weeks ago, we were just doing our 200 subscriber special. All right. And then 3 weeks ago, we were about at 190. The love, the support, the constant growth on the channel, it's so fucking amazing, and words cannot describe how much that means to me, how much it means to you. You know, like this is just so fucking incredible. 261, 250 was our year for the goal for the year. January 5th, the first video, you can go look up the upload date if you don't believe me. It's January 15th, but the point is a year was 250. We have now surpassed that 10 months in. Thank you to everybody. Thank you
Seriously,
so much.
I
And
appreciate you
JoJo, I want to
guys.
hear you, bro. Like, what does this mean to you, man? 261.
It's crazy, bro. Like you said, like we were at 250, now we're at 261. Honestly, man, it's mind blowing. Like I'm very shocked at this, but we do got to do a 316 episode because that's what your sister just typed.
Oh, hell yeah.
Water.
Stone Cold needs to come at 316. What? Stop a butthole in JoJo's ass. What? Walk it dry. What? It's because last night he said he doesn't want to see Stone Cold stun Sami Zayn across the fucking ring. What? A little bit of
Yeah, man.
Mountain Dew. What?
What? But I want to get what is your thoughts about a heel Ricochet? Because I felt that tonight.
I didn't. I felt heel Ali. Ricochet did not want to hurt Ali. Ricochet did not want to do the match. He wanted to end the match very quickly. The reason he was going pinfall for pinfall was because he didn't want to fight his friend who was injured. And Mustafa Ali, instead of just laying down for the pin, beats him in the back of the head, and that's where the match really starts. And so I would have to say that just in that transparency and just the first few minutes alone, you can already tell that Ali is actually acting heelish. And you can say it's guts, it's pride, right? Oh, he just doesn't want to lose this way. True. But at the same time, you got to learn to fight another day. You know what I mean? Heal up, then come back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like, what'd you think about the match? Because I thought this match was fire.
Oh, I enjoyed the whole fucking thing. I was like, for once, Ricochet and Ali don't look like fucking jobbers.
Yeah, for real. And like, I'm glad Ricochet won. He finally isn't a jobber. But we all know next week Braun's gonna kill him.
Oh, absolutely. And I believe if Big E wasn't injured, the New Day would face Imperium at War Games Survivor Series. Honestly, that would be a badass match. If you could bring back Alexander Wolf, there's 4 members for Imperium right there. And Big E would be the third member for the New Day. And honestly, I think just because of the history, right, of them teaming up together, it just makes sense in my mind. You could throw in Seth Rollins, or you could throw in the Street Profits. So either way, you're going to get a great match out of that. And I mean, shit, if anything, there is an idea for next year's War Games because, people can say, oh, we've seen New Day versus Uso 1,000 times. I didn't care for it last week. I say this. They're fighting for the record of the longest reigning WWE tag team champions of all time. And they've already got a storied rivalry. You know what I mean? So if you're fighting for the record and you already have this work built in over years, it just makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I can see people's points of wanting to see new things instead of seeing the same Usos New Day every single time. They do put on good
Oh,
matches, but
true. And wow, amazing. Braun Strowman and Walker, same ring. I like that
that was
Braun.
awesome.
That was fucking awesome, and it made Braun look like a monster. And Walter, who's destroyed everybody, even the battle with Sheamus, he backed up from Braun. And I was like, oh shit. If Walter's backing up, you know that there's a threat. And in some way, that only builds to the character of, Braun Strowman. And I like how it was really more so after the match, but Ricochet had came up to him and mentioned something about those flippy flippers that Braun was
Yeah,
talking about. And I was like, no fucking way. They just really mentioned this on SmackDown.
loved it. I absolutely loved that. But there's another thing that we have to talk about. Something big that happened on tonight's SmackDown.
What was that, good brother? Dum 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 dum. Bro, I already know it's gonna be Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. First, a great promo. LA Knight wanted to call it even with Bray. Bray calls it even with LA Knight. And then when Bray goes to shake LA Knight's hand, LA Knight decides to be a cocky little prick, and which in a way reminds me of like Edge when he slapped the shit out of Cena's dad,
Yeah,
in some way. And I was like, no fucking way. Like, in some way, like, just this moment, right, solidifies him as like a Randy Orton, even in my mind. How, like, Randy punted Stephanie before WrestleMania 25 while Triple H was handcuffed to the rope. Like, it's those
yeah.
little heel things, right, that just really makes the character. And having somebody like LA Knight have the balls to slap Bray Wyatt in the face and look at him and smile, like, bro.
Twice. And then Bray killed him. Bray literally killed him after.
Yeah, you seen that? Because you text me. You said, bro, during who was speaking? Because you
It
said you saw Bray in a promo.
it was Cross after he defeated Mad Cat Moss. Why is that guy on my TV? No idea. Don't care for it. That's gonna be passed. But yeah, Cross dominated, and then he went backstage with the Usos, and the Usos were basically saying, "Are you gonna be the fifth member?" And he said if he's gonna go after the champion, and he will, he's gonna do it in his time. And you could see Bray Wyatt standing in the background talking to someone.
Right, and watched all of SmackDown, and wrestling sucks.
What wrestling?
Right, bro. I enjoyed both shows tonight.
Yeah, I enjoyed both shows too. Like there was some bad, but it wasn't like holy shit bad, but it wasn't the
Right.
greatest, but it was good.
It was actually pretty good. I don't know. Like I said, I ain't tuned into SmackDown. If there's shit I'm missing of like why y'all think the show is bad, you're gonna have to let me know. But for me to actually sit down and enjoy it, I did. I enjoyed the 2 hours of SmackDown, hour of Rampage. Personally, I don't see anything wrong with these shows, but that's just me. And
Shotzi versus Shayna. What'd you think about that? Because I was kind of not interested as much into that. I'm not gonna lie.
And Drew, is that a broody chant? No, Drew, it's not. Oh no, that was a broody chant. They were like broody, broody, broody. I kind of thought they said booty at first, but yeah, that's all right. And that's good. And hype for Survivor Series. I had Taco Bell, but before that, I had pork chops. I'm so hungry. Dang, man. So today I brought pulled pork for everybody at my work. And then, I don't know. I've just been full off of that. I could have made something when I got here, but I was like, nah, I'm still full from work. But now you got to eat, man. You're hungry. See, Kevin Steen, you're rich. Get a personal trainer, pick up a weight. If an actor can bulk up in a few months, so can you. You're a pro wrestler, for heaven's sake. What the fuck? No, 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 no. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. All right, and I will not have this on this channel. And like Bowen, I love you, but I will not do that. All right, we're not gonna body shame anybody because, bro, look, you know I'm already a big boy, bro. Kevin's a big boy, and guess what? He can still get in that ring and kick ass. He can do flips and shit that my ass just can't do. You know what I mean? I can't do no
I
fucking
didn't see
cannonballs.
nothing wrong with him. I didn't
I
see
know
one thing
it's
wrong
saying
with
that
him.
it's saying that he's fat, bro. Go,
Yeah, no, but I don't see really. I don't see he's fat, honestly. Like in the beginning when he first started, he was kind of at times, but he's lost weight. I don't see the
Oh
same
yeah,
thing.
he's lost weight. I mean, is he a skinny boy? No, but he's not as fat like when he first started. But the thing
There's nothing
is, you hear it with
wrong with
Adam
that.
Cole. You hear it with Adam Cole, right? He looks like a $150. How could you ever take him seriously? Like this is not the '80s. You know what I mean? So many guys got held back because of that. And when you body shame people, bro, you just make people suicidal. Not only that, like, let me explain something just real quick. And I hope, and this is not me making jokes or nothing. This is just me being real. And even my sister will tell you this. And it's just something I've realized. Look at every wrestling crowd. There's always at least good hell of a bit of unhealthy people, or there's a good hell of a bit of really, really skinny people. There's no in between. And it's kind of funny because I look at me and you, JoJo. But anyways, um, fucking wrestling. It shouldn't matter how you look. Look at Keith Lee, right? He's fat as hell, but that man can do fucking flips, somersaults, all this shit. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
And
that
you know what
shouldn't
I mean?
matter.
Like boys
The guy
my
delivered.
size. And so I think like if you can deliver, it don't matter what you look like.
I agree. But what do you think about Shayna and Shotzi tonight? That fruit roll up.
Dana, I thought it was really good, except here's my one complaint. Why is Shotzi more concerned about what's happening outside of the ring rather than what's in it?
And why are they bringing someone else to help her win? She should be winning on her own, looking strong, but instead they're playing partners. I don't really like that.
Right. And I don't either. Like, okay, you put another person on TV, right? And sure, that helps, yeah, because now somebody who didn't have TV time before now gets it. But do you really need to see that? Not really. And Friday Night SmackDown got an A. I'll give Raw straight Fs. I'll be a good teacher. And honestly, bro, I have to agree with you. I'd say eight. I'd say NXT is probably at like a B or a C right now. Raw is an F in my opinion. SmackDown was an A this week. Rampage was an A this week. And if I'm honest, Dynamite was probably about a B plus.
Yeah, I agree. They should have put a better show on. But Rampage,
And I will tell you why. Hold on, wait. I'll tell you why Dynamite was a B plus because they had a B plus player beating a sports entertainer.
oh, get out of here with that freaking sports entertainment. Blah, 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 blah.
And Wyatt, LA Knight smacked the beard out of Bray Wyatt twice. Smacked him so hard he made Bray Wyatt go to his NXT days. Smacked the devil out of him. Oh
Agreed.
shit! Jordan liked that smack, bro. And Friday Night SmackDown and AEW Rampage was good. Absolutely, absolutely. And I like LA Knight. Yeah. Attitude in WWE. This is so wrestling. I like it. Absolutely. He brings back a mix of classic wrestling, but with this like new school attitude in a way. It's really amazing how LA Knight can be when you give him the time to shine, man. And holy shit, I never noticed that. But yeah, most wrestling fans are either fat or skinny. And bro, that's what I'm saying. And it's not a knock. It is not a knock at all. It is not. Um, but if this is something I really want you to pay attention to, and you can watch any promotion you want, either the fans will be really, really skinny or they're going to be a little hefty. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying. And that's why I don't believe in body shaming nobody because who can I be to body shame anybody when, I know that somebody could body shame me. You know what I mean? And that's all.
Yeah.
And I'm fat, so what that's not the point, is that these guys look like regular Joes, and that's true. But at the same time, do we need guys roided out? You know what I mean? And then these things, because I'll tell you this, bodybuilders do get healthy, and actors get healthy in a couple months, but they're not doing it right. They're starving themselves, and they're either on fucking steroids or a lot of testosterone. And for movies, they play these major parts, because your body is your money. And wrestling, okay, same thing. Yeah, your body is your money. Because if we said it wasn't, that'd be a fucking lie. But in the same sense, look at Mick Foley. Mick Foley looked like the most average fucking Joe of any wrestler who's ever wrestled. And yet he is the baddest motherfucker I've ever seen in a wrestling ring.
I totally agree with that. Mick Foley's one of the greatest.
And I want to see CM Punk versus Hook.
No,
Oh,
thank you.
bro. I'm telling you now, CM Punk would whoop Hook's ass, and well, that would just be the end of Hook.
But let's talk Rampage, because we've seen Ricky Starks take on Lance Archer, and Lance is being built up in a way, but this man is basically a jobber.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I mean, he looked dominant tonight. It was a great showing by him. And if this is the start of things to come, then hey, that jobber title might go away. But I mean, for right now, yeah, I agree with you. He's like jobber supreme, and fucking, they had him make apps. Now they made Ricky Starks look like the jobber, bro. And I'm surprised that with the injury and everything, Ricky Starks competed like he did. But at the same time, fucking, I was like, man, the after the match shit too. Like, come on now.
I was scared Ricky was going to lose, but then he won, and I was happy about that. And then Cage came out, and now we're going to get Cage versus Starks tomorrow night on the pre-show, and the winner is Ethan Wednesday.
Now, I do agree with Bone. This would be interesting. And Bone, Bone, you just got a real big money idea. So just imagine, bro, CM Punk and Hook in a shoot fight, a real one. Like, bro.
I would like that.
I'm telling you now, I would actually pay to see that. I pay big money to see that. And back then, wrestling was a real build of steroids, but today's wrestling worlds are a lot smaller now, and still they got skills. It's more healthy in wrestling nowadays, and they made wrestlers losing weight. Absolutely, because I will tell you this: wrestling has more premature deaths than any other sport, maybe second to the NFL. All right, and that is crazy. All right, a sport that's considered quote unquote not real. How does it have more premature deaths than any other sport? And I think in some ways the drugs, the alcohol, the pills from injuries, that all plays a part, but also the roids. And you see the difference in guys when they look out, when they get off of them. And I'll give you an example. Look at Triple H's physique, one of the greatest physiques in pro wrestling, right? But fucking when he got fat in 2008, when after the Chris Benoit shit, and they cracked down on steroids real bad again, you seen that he wasn't quite the Triple H that we seen just like a year ago.
Yeah, it's wild to be honest, but
And
wow,
so I tell you that steroids, they're not like real working out. They're not real getting healthy. It's a cheat. Like, bro, it's like half-assing. And wasn't that the original joke angle when Punk came in, the Send Hook promo? They never finished that. I bro, yeah, I mean they did kind of do something there, because I remember when Punk came in, he did have a feud with Team Taz. I know he faced the likes of Powerhouse, Ricky Starks, and was Brian Cage? No, Brian Cage was already out the group by this point.
yeah.
So,
He said
but I
send
don't.
hook though. I remember him saying that.
So shit, maybe there is a history there, and Tony Khan did say like he wishes CM Punk the best and shit. They're still promoting him on the video game. I don't think that CM Punk is necessarily done with AEW. I think that you've got to also remember he was injured. He's still under contract. His contract has not been bought out as of this moment right now. So what if this is all an angle so that when his injury heals up, similar to like the Elite, they bring him back in like this controversial way. The Elite talking about being erased from history in their promos. Maybe you do CM Punk the same kind of deal almost in a way.
I would like that actually. That would kind of actually make sense to bring him back. But I would dig up versus CM Punk. But Hook versus Lee Moriarty tonight, bro. That was Hook's best match.
I agree. I've been telling you since Hook debuted. Just give me a match where you can actually see him work rather than just dominate the ring. And tonight he had to work, and you can really just see what I was trying to tell you. If you just let him have a back and forth match, he's probably going to get more over than as if he just beats a random ass jobber that does nothing.
Exactly. We need more of this booking, to be honest, and more of Hook on TV.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And see what that says. There we go. And wow, Bo and CM Punk versus Hook would have been crazy. Absolutely. I think honestly, like in a shoot fight, Hook beat CM Punk's ass.
Agreed.
I would honestly say that. Now in a match, let's just be realistic. CM Punk probably kicks Hook's ass.
Yeah.
And family, which match of Roman Reigns face at the Royal Rumble? Bobby Lashley, Sheamus, Randy Orton, or Braun Strowman?
Sheamus.
So you got, yeah, I'd agree. It's bro. The Celtic Warrior has put in his best work, probably of his whole WWE career, in my opinion, this year. And his feud with Walter really got me believing in him again. And I'm actually really excited for War Games. So just kind of keeping that story going past Survivor Series. Maybe you do Sheamus versus Roman at the Rumble.
I would like that. It gives that's a tough challenge for Roman because Sheamus is a former world champion. So I could see Sheamus losing but being built up by it. So I would like
And
that
think
match.
about this. Who did Sheamus beat for his last WWE title reign?
Roman Reigns.
Yep. And so he did it once before. He can do it now.
I agree.
And Sheamus versus Roman Reigns will be awesome, like 2015 days, absolutely. And well, that's when Sheamus first came back, and he first debuted the Mohawk, and he had like the little braided beard and shit with the beads in it. Fucking, it's crazy how there were some things I can remember off the top of my head that don't even fucking matter, like Sheamus's beads in his beard. But yeah,
For real.
I can watch a show and then forget a match. Like,
Got it though today, bro. A heel Athena. She was on television.
man, now this actually interested me. And when you said that she's been acting heelish, I hadn't quite got to really see it yet. But tonight really showed that, and
They
I noticed the change
showed,
in the music right away.
they showed
But
footage of it too. Of Dark.
yeah, they showed footage of her on what was it, Dark or Elevation?
Whichever one.
But it was still pretty good, and her match with Madison Rain. This was probably Madison Rain's best match in AEW, in my opinion.
I agree. I love her finisher,
And
man. The code kicker or whatever it is.
yeah, and it kind of, I don't know why, in some way, it kind of looked like a Styles clash, but kind of sideways. But instead of like going flop down, you're going on her knees instead. And I was like, interesting, because that's the first place my mind went. And I was like, I just think, but I kind of missed the Eclipse, bro. That, you know what I mean? That stunner from
Her
top
baby
rope and
face.
from the flip into it. It's
Are we
just
getting
amazing, bro.
Athena versus freaking the Ring of Honor Women's Champion oh my, she came out and
So it's
challenged her basically.
Mercedes Martinez.
Yes, I think we're getting them at Final Battle.
I would take it. And I'm going to tell you now, Athena, bro, they fucked up the TBS title. They cannot have Athena lose again.
Because then she's a loser. She's kind of like another one of those favorites that just loses. All the big
Right. I'm
matches.
sorry, Mercedes Martinez, bro. She's really good, and I know you know she's really good. But when was the last time she was prominent on AEW television?
She's been injured. That's the only reason.
Well, but true, but you see what I mean? How that hurts
Yeah,
momentum. I'm like, bro, why has she been the ROH Women's Champion when she hasn't really done much with it? So personally, for me, Athena can take that title. And
I
when
agree.
Sheamus came out with the beads, the "You Look Stupid" chant. Oh, I remember that,
Yeah.
bro.
You look
Like, man, that
stupid.
you
You
look stupid. You look stupid.
loved
Man,
it, bro.
I miss that shit, bro. Hell yeah. And I want to see Karrion Cross versus Pete Dunne. Oh shit. I would dude, that'd be really good. Or
Cross and
Karrion Cross
Sheamus.
versus Sheamus.
That would be
Cross versus
interesting.
Sheamus.
Me too. I'll
Bro,
take that.
I feel like in a way, if you gave the Pete Dunne and Cross a bit more time, the clash between styles, I think would be really good. Like, here's a match that could actually deliver because you know how Karrion Cross he uses more submissions and power based moves. I think you had him against a high flyer. When I think of like the Undertaker, his best matches were against like guys like Shawn Michaels, Jeff Hardy, CM Punk. You know, guys who were smaller than him that he could work with, and it was because
I
of the
agree.
difference in style. So I would have to say, Karrion Cross versus Pete Dunne has the potential to be the better match of the two when I see it like that.
For real, man. But um, yeah, but I remember that Sheamus had a mohawk was amazing, and calling him stupid was funny. But Sheamus stood up for himself and how I'm stupid, but y'all paying me to see me.
It's facts. Triple H said it best, bro, back in the day. I think it was actually in SmackDown versus Raw 2006. Yeah, it's when Ric Flair gets injured and he goes, "Sorry, ladies, you're going to have to return home to your fat, lazy, no good husbands because Space Mountain is out for repair." And then he goes, and it doesn't matter whether you love me or you hate me, you all tune in to see me. And
Exactly,
I'm like, yep.
bro. What are your
And
thoughts? Dark Order, because it's coming.
man, so tonight actually really bothered me. You know, and because the Dark Order breaking up more, and they teased it on and off for over like a year and a half now. It's just gonna happen, but I'm like, at the same time, bro, just me personally, I don't want to see the Dark Order split. I love the Dark Order. So for me, it's not something that I'm fond of. It's not something that I would have said, yeah, book this, because to me, it's just the wrong decision.
I agree, but I just don't know what else to do with them because with no Brody
I think,
Lee, they're just
and see, that's the problem. They're without a leader. You're going to have somebody take over, and we're still yet to see that. And so it's kind of like the inmates are running the asylum type shit. And you need somebody to have that grip over them. That's why Bray Wyatt in AEW would have been very interesting because I think, in tribute to Brody Lee, he would have been given the leadership of the Dark Order, and he would have changed that shit around because Bray Wyatt wouldn't have tolerated that shit.
I agree with that 100%. There's one promo tonight we're missing, and because the house has risen.
Oh, bro, I went back. I've seen this about two or three times, and it's amazing to me, man. I don't know who the fuck they were attacking, but one of them kind of looked like Jake Paul a little bit.
I thought
But
they
anyways,
were new
fucking
members for a second. I was like, no, no, but then they were beating them up.
yeah, and it was like, because yeah, I seen that how when they show all four of them, and then the two guys are behind them, but then all of a sudden they're beating the shit out of them. Yeah, I was thinking
Like,
that was just a
no,
really odd promo.
yeah,
But what got me was Malachi. He's just kind of looking up, as they say, and he thought the devil was gone. And Malachi just kind of looks up a little bit, and I was like, Oh shit. There was just something really cool just in that sentence. And I was like, damn. If anything, I think that this shows this is not the House of Black that we last saw in AEW. This is not the House of Black that was given meaningless storylines and then written off for TV for 6 weeks. I think that when they come back to television, probably tomorrow night, it's going to be in a big deal and in a major, major fucking way.
We better get a holy fucking shit chant because I'm gonna get
Oh, absolutely.
goosebumps.
Absolutely. But how do you do it? How do you bring them back in this match?
I say
Or
Death
act
Triangle wins. Death Triangle wins, and that's when the lights go out, and they play a promo, and the lights go out again, and Julia Hart is in the ring, and the lights go out again, and it goes back on, and the House of Black is surrounding them, and they beat the living shit out of them.
oh, see now that would be pretty fucking cool. And what if you start things off instead of with a brawl, right? What if I think we could get so you have so I'm thinking this, and I think this would be interesting. So what if you have the Elite lose to the Death Triangle? But while as predictable as it would be for the Death Triangle to be the ones to get attacked, what if Malachi came out, the Elite are standing in the ring, they're celebrating, the lights go out, lights come on, and Malachi spits the mist in the eye of Kenny Omega.
I would love that. That would be better than my idea. I would be okay with either one of these because Malachi needs to be on television tomorrow, and like you said, push this guy to the moon. 15
Exactly, and that's
minutes.
why I'm not starting them with the titles because I think that's just too early. So what if you have the Elite lose? We get the Elite versus House of Black match we should have got, and then the way that I wanted it because I told you it should have been a much better match than what it was. So we get that actual proper match. The House of Black wins, but yeah, just all he has to do. There doesn't have to be a big brawl or nothing. He just simply spits in the eye of Kenny Omega with that mist.
Dude, I would love that. Seriously, would absolutely love it. In this match, I cannot wait to see these 6 guys: House of Black, Death Triangle, House of Black, the Elite. Take it.
True and Bone, I'm sorry to see you not doing good, bro. I like and I hope things do get better, man. I'll tell you this, that no storm will last, and I've been having to learn that the last few days. Um, no, nothing bad will last. If you look at situations like rain, for example, right? That's the best example I think I can give. Look at it like rain in the sense that it's going to go away. Every storm runs out of rain, and so will this. And then when that rain goes, the sun comes out. And same will be that situation for you. So hang in there and, just kind of keep your head up high and know that things will get better.
Totally agree, brother. Sorry about the bone. Hope everything gets better.
Facts. And oh shit, this one caught my attention, and this almost happened. If you recall, Rey Mysterio was at All In, and
Yeah.
which was before AEW, but then he returned to WWE. So I think had All Out been actually announced before Ray came back, I think he would have signed with AEW, bro.
I
But
would,
imagine Rey Mysterio signed up with AEW or NXT just a little bit, but I know it's too famous of NXT, but would be different. I don't mind seeing Ray become the champion again. I
me
think
either.
since Ray being split from Dominic was the best thing to happen. And honestly, Rey Mysterio feels like that legendary luchador again. I mean, and if you don't believe me, go watch Gunther versus Rey Mysterio.
But Ray is injured. That is news that came out because Ali took his place. Rey Mysterio is
Wait,
injured
Ray's
again.
injured?
Yeah,
What happened?
I think it's his knee, the same one.
Oh, bro, I hope not, because I remember when I was younger how they used to do that. Please do not try this at home. And once again, these are things that I don't know why I remember them. But it would
I
show like
remember
Batista getting injured or Ray's like I had surgery on the
5
same
times
leg like
on
5
my left knee
times. Yep.
or my right leg
And
so many times.
so you remember that, bro, of the do not try these at home, but you know what me and my
Yeah,
sister would say all the time? We would laugh at that shit and be like, too late.
as I'm RKO.
Facts. And sorry about that. God is good no matter what. God bless you, my brother. I'll be praying for you, man. And your name is fire, and we need you in wrestling. Absolutely, Bone. Well, I didn't agree with your comment earlier. I want you to know that I still very much love you. I will correct when I think necessary, but at the same time, it never comes from a place of malice or ill will. You are absolutely loved on this podcast, and I'll let you know that now. And and that is very true, Jordan, what you said as well. God is good and God will bless you. But even if God doesn't bless you, God is good. God does bless you. God is good. You know what I mean? I think so much so we look for what we can get from God rather than what we're getting. Because one of the things I hate, and I'm just bringing this up while it's on my mind, you see so many people telling you now, rather than talking about sin and repentance and asking God for forgiveness, you hear so much being preached about, oh, God will make you successful. God will make you rich. God will do this. Yes, he will bless you. But even if he doesn't bless you in a financial way, don't look at God as a supernatural ATM. Be, love God because he is God, not what he can do for you. You know what I mean? But I do pray that if
Amen.
things do get better for you, because I do worry about you, Bone. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you're in this, like you have been, I care about all of you. And I love all of you. And so to see anyone upset in here ever, that, kind of triggers me a little bit because I want this to be a happy place for everybody. And I hated
Oh,
Dom
brother.
Dom until he went heel. Now I like him. I have to
I agree.
agree. The only thing I don't agree with is him saying he's better than Eddie. He is not,
Yeah,
bro.
that's a heel move. That's a heel move.
And I agree with you. It is a heel move, but like, just being honest with me, bro. You can look at every aspect of wrestling and what made Eddie Guerrero so great. Do you see any of Eddie Guerrero besides the look in Dominic Mysterio?
Not really. I see him more of a Rey Mysterio. If you notice, he tried to do the 619, which I didn't really like because that's a babyface move.
Well, this whole time he's being saying "fuck you" to his dad, even 619ing him. So I kind of look in the heel perspective of like he can't stand his dad. He called him a deadbeat. What if like using the 619 instead of being an homage is more like a "fuck you"? Because like
I can take
look at why John Cena started using the FU. It was to mock Brock Lesnar's F5.
fuck you. That's funny.
And then his submission hold was the STFU, shut the fuck up. And then when WWE went PG, it was the STF and the AA, the attitude adjustment.
Pussy
And
move.
oh snap, really? He's hurt, Rey Mysterio? Yup. JoJo just broke that. I didn't even know, bro.
That's
And
why he was
even
replaced.
that's crazy because I didn't know he was supposed to be in that match. When it happened, Ali versus uh, Ricochet, I thought that match was already pre-planned.
No,
And even when life sucks, I'm still happy and laugh. I'm really sad through the thing I love most, pro wrestling. It just sucks nowadays. Brian, I get you because for a little bit we were feeling that way. And I would say everybody who watches pro wrestling, they fell in love with it for a different reason. Some people the matches, some people the characters, some people the storylines, the segments, whatever pulls you in. Something about this made you love it. And I'd have to agree that AEW, because of all this bullshit that's happened since All Out, it's kind of lost flavor, and it's just now kind of coming back. WWE, they were doing good for like a month or two, but then they started fucking it up. And which NXT's picking up, SmackDown's picking up, Raw really needs to pick up. But I agree with you. It's not what it was. It's not even what me and JoJo seen as kids. Bone, you've been watching longer than I've been alive, you know. And it's just like it's not what it was, and unfortunately, it will never be what it was. Like, I'm just going to give you exactly what's happening. And I think that if you can't come to accept it now, you're just going to be disappointed the whole time. So let me say this very abundantly and clearly for everybody. WWE is not going to ever care about pro wrestlers the same again. All right. Even with under Triple H. The massive firings that happened in 2020 released a major change. All the indie talent was fired. And all of Triple H's NXT, which was WWE's independent promotion, if we're honest, was let go. And when they let them go, they brought in the names that unfortunately JoJo can't stand, but your Logan Pauls, your Ronda Rouseys, your Bad Bunnies, and stuff like that. And WWE has made more money since doing that. It's not about the pro wrestling anymore. All right. Wrestling has become a men's soap opera with wrestling involved. All right.
Talking about pro wrestling, what'd you think about the main event of Rampage, bro? I totally forgot. We didn't mention this.
Oh, I'll get into that in just a moment, but finish my thought real quick. But sport. So WWE will never be pro wrestling again. I honestly hope we all understand this. And if you don't understand that now, you're just going to be disappointed by the product. And you got to look at NXT's hirings right now. Who's on there? Most guys who were indie wrestlers are gone. It's now people who were college athletes or had a social media following. And these are the guys and girls who are going to get that attention. Like they just hired Valerie Loretta, who's a great MMA fighter, and that you're going to be bringing in to NXT. But this is where the trend of the business is going. And unfortunately, this means, in the sense of the WWE world at least, pro wrestling is dying.
Yeah.
And then, honestly, as much as I love Logan Paul's performance, you really did shit all over professional wrestling because in your third ever match, all right, you know what takes guys 10 years of training sometimes, 5 years, 4 years, 3 years, 2 years, 8 months even. There's work that has to be put in there for these guys to even get a chance at one match in front of 20 people. Okay? And now you just had your third ever match and you stole the show in a major way. But now you've just made everybody look bad. You know what I mean? Because what took them months or even years, you've just done in less than a year.
Yeah, and that's really bad to be honest. Like,
And it's just crazy. But getting back to that last match of Rampage, we did forget about it. And I think we forgot the last match of SmackDown too. So Jojo, I know it was Takeshita, and I forget his partner's name, man. Do you remember it off the top of your head?
it was the bald guy. I'm not good with the Japanese wrestlers. Their names are kind of hard for me to pronounce. I'm gonna be honest.
And that's all right, bro. I understand that. But I know Takeshita's. Ever since I remembered it the other night, it just hasn't left my head. I can't remember the other dude, but he really fucking went out there and performed. And I enjoyed
Yeah,
this match, and you can see that this match had the fans' attention. But it was Eddie Kingston, man. He was just so serious, and you could tell he was focused. This is not Eddie Kingston playing around. When he said it was a dream match, I didn't know the kind of energy that he would be bringing into the ring tonight, and but he really fucking delivered. And this is probably the best Eddie Kingston performance I've seen since Revolution.
and Ortiz, he delivered as well.
Oh, absolutely. So I really enjoyed that. On honestly, man, I think Takeshita's team getting the victory, Team DDT, it really helped them out a lot.
I agree.
Uh,
What was the SmackDown list?
it was the Uso. No, it was Sammy. Yeah, it was
Oh,
Sammy
Sammy
um,
versus Butch.
versus Pete Butch. Yeah, Sammy versus Butch. And that was a great match. And even what happened afterwards, Roman coming out, fucking getting the stunner and everything, Sammy not really knowing what to do. We kind of talked more about the aftermath, but actually talking about the actual match, this really, really showed me how good Butch was. Like, holy shit, bro. Even
Yeah,
before all the distractions, I was really into this.
Butch versus Sheamus, but Pete Dunne versus Sheamus. Think
I would
about that.
take that. That would be a fire fucking match, bro. And I
Real
did
book.
like the Mysterios, but they ran out of ideas with them too. I wanted to see the Mysterios versus the McMahons. Yeah, damn it, yeah!
Wow.
WrestleMania 39 main event right here, pal. The undisputed tag team titles on the line. Shane McMahon, Vince McMahon versus Rey and Dom Mysterio. JoJo would
Wow.
lose his nut over that, pal.
Shake my head, scratch my head.
And I feel you, Bowen, about wrestling. I miss the 90s so much. Was more epic than now, but we all have to move on. But thank God for YouTube for watching the 90s wrestling. Absolutely, because you can still go back and watch old stuff. Me and JoJo watch old stuff all the time. And I personally would tell you it was a lot better. Like, I enjoy I enjoy a time in the business where your guys were like Terry Funk, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, Sting before he was the Crow Sting, he was the Surfer Sting, and this is before my time period. But I love watching matches like that, or going back and watching like Bobby the Brian Heenan segments with fucking Andre or Harley, or watching old Harley race matches, and which I became a real I just went ahead and I bought the Roddy Piper DVD. I got the 3 disc set, bro. Like, that's the kind of wrestling that I would say was true wrestling, like wrestling in its purest best form. And it's the kind of matches that I wish we could have got to see. Like, I'll give you one, and JoJo, I pray that you get to see this match at some point. But New Japan Pro Wrestling, Terry Funk versus Cactus Jack.
I would take that, good brother. I think that would be actually very good. Like, honestly, that's older school wrestling. I know more about.
And I think we lost JoJo for a second, hoping he comes back. But family, nothing against Logan Paul, but he's getting pushed too many big time matches. Didn't hard work for it the real way wrestlers work hard, but never get the main event matches. So when I say it's more in a character sense of fucking around, but it's so true, and I hate that it's true, but um sports entertainers, and honestly, he don't have sports part, but he is an entertainer. He came from the social media world, just like this. You know, entertainers are going to get the opportunities that wrestlers aren't, and I really hope that since the pandemic, people are really seeing this and understanding this. And because we're just living in a time now where the wrestling is not what makes the wrestling show anymore, if that makes sense. And it's been going that way for a very long time, but the last 2, 3 years have really picked up on that. And Logan Paul is an example of that, I would have to believe. And unfortunately, it's just going to keep on happening. And you're silly, bros. Oh man, I try, bro. I just try to make everybody laugh, man. And talking about that New Japan Cactus Funk match, I said it before. Go find Stranglemania. It's on YouTube. Oh, absolutely, bro, and I did, and that was pretty fucking interesting. But no, I had seen this promo on Instagram that Cactus had did. I think it's still on Mick Foley's Instagram, but he's bloodied up and he's talking about what true pain means and what he's going to do to Cactus Jack in the ring, bro. And just, Mick Foley with blood all over his face and with missing teeth, man. And he looks like the psychotic look in his eye. Like, that that is a character. That's something, you know what I mean, that you just go, oh my God, I'm afraid of this, man. You buy it, you believe it. And that's what I mean. Like, not the best body in the world, but he made you believe. And that is the biggest thing that wrestling's missing. It's not the it's not how people look. It's not necessarily even, well, it is the pro wrestling part as well. But as far as the storylines and characters go, you got to make people believe. You got to make the people feel something. And that has been lost in pro wrestling for such a very, very, very long time. And that really does bother me. When I put all shit aside. And where's JoJo? So that I'm not sure. Unfortunately, I think we lost him for tonight. His phone doesn't have the best battery, so sometimes a little bit over an hour, his phone just can't handle it. And which it's all right. Tech problems happen. I work at AT&T, so I deal with tech problems all the time. And so we just got to get my boy upgraded, in which I'm gonna probably try to do for Christmas. But anyways, so we got to get him upgraded, of course. But he loves being on here. He loves you guys, and that's why we want to do more and get better equipment. Because the more that we do this, the more we grow this. And my sister talking about that 261, you can already see growth and changes in the podcast, but we also still want to keep it very much the same, very much what you love about this. And we stay true to our day ones. I love all the new people coming in, but Bone Breaking Action, Jordan Smith, Willie, Alex, those guys who have been there from the beginning, those are the guys that I'm going to pay the most attention to when recording this podcast. And it's not out of hate for anybody else. It's just those are my day ones, and you never forget the people who were with you since day one. So, I want y'all to be assured of that. No matter what changes come in the world of wrestling, and life general, no matter how much even this grows, it's very much staying the same. And, you know, and I think that's the most beautiful thing about that. So yeah, letting y'all know after Christmas, we plan to do some very big things. And like I said, the more we can just get shares, likes, comments, subscribes to go up, the more we want to do and deliver. And as you can see, so like when we started this YouTube channel, it's because we reached 100 followers on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And and then we did our YouTube channel. And so as a thank you for that 100. For the 200, we went to Restream, and now you get a much better digital display. JoJo can see comments where on StreamYard he couldn't, and our comments are displayed here for everybody to read. And little things like that, the things at the beginning, stuff like that. We just want to keep adding, keep delivering as we grow. And so not change the format or the formula of this podcast, but just give back. The more that you help us grow, the more we want to give and do for you. And so, in that, just kind of know that if you help us, we will deliver back. You know what I mean? And I hope we have. And I hope that, if anything, throughout this whole journey, this whole 10-month process, if I brought some smiles to your faces, if I made you laugh, if I just made you feel like you belong, even, and that you're not alone, then that to me means everything. That's what this is about to me. I've got to build some very beautiful friendships out of this. I don't really say fans, because I don't look at it like that. Jordan is actually a personal friend on Facebook. Bone, I have you on my personal Instagram. And I love you guys in the sense that y'all make this fun for me. Y'all make this worth doing. And I can't thank y'all enough. And, I just want you to really know that because we never seen this taking off like that. We never did. And I still don't. It blows my mind every day. And I just want you to know how grateful I am for each and every single one of you. But I think what I'm going to do now, because I don't think we're getting JoJo back tonight, I will go ahead, smoke us off, but be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Too fucking sweet, everybody. Thank you to everybody who watched. Thank you for everybody who's been a part of this journey. You mean the world to all of us, and I just, once again, a huge thank you. And with that said, go ahead. Take one big fucking hit as we go. Actually, I'll do one for JoJo, so we'll do two. So here we go, bro. 3, 2, 1. Oh, shit. All right, here we go. Shit. Nope, no more coughs. Okay. All right, too sweet. Good night, everybody. I love y'all. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Y'all have been fucking amazing. Thank you so much. I love all of you. And I love you all, bros. I love you too, Jordan. And we thank you more and more. Man, no, thank you. You've made this dream happen, y'all. Y'all have made this happen. Like, I've already went into my past with y'all, so I won't get into that. But as somebody who has like really bad anxiety, really bad like depression, y'all have fixed that around for me. This is my happy spot. And y'all have made a huge difference in my, not just my professional life, not just what you see on this camera, but I wish you could see the man behind it. And not if you could stick through who I was and you've seen who I was now, it's a night and day. And that comes from the love and the support. And also, y'all encourage us to do this a day after day, and you make us want to do this more. And man, that's the gift, man. This is not about money. This is just love and passion. And y'all have brought that to the forefront. And I thank you so much, really. And Jordan said, smoke, smoke, smoke. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And for you guys, for everybody who's watching right now, for everybody who's been a part of the ride, for everybody who's ever just shown a little bit of love or just ever believed in us, this one's for you. And it's a toast to y'all. It's a thank you. And it's just a start because there's so much more to come. And I thank you for everything. And I love each and every one of you. So here we go. Last hit of the night. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, holy shit, I can't see. Holy shit. All right. Woo. Well, that hit spot, but shit. But yeah, for real, nothing but love, y'all. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend. We'll be back, if not tomorrow, because we'll be watching the show. And the AEW shows can be a little later. We will be back on Sunday. So be sure to join in. And thank you all once again. Good night, and I love you.